campuses throughout the country, garnered over 45 years of experience with 130,000 alumni, received countless awards and accolades. While we came from humble beginnings, we always aimed high, delivering industry-relevant curriculum, expanding our partnering universities worldwide, investing into new campuses and technologies, and most importantly, we focused on you, our students. When the whole world came to a sudden stop during the pandemic, we doubled down. We reimagined our future. While cost-cutting was the norm, we went all in with new innovations, new talents, free online courses, a new meta campus to make online learning fun and interactive. We future-proof your employability by using blockchain technology. We broke down entry barriers and made furthering your studies easier, regardless of your prior education background. We said no to traditional internship placements. Tear down walls to bring the industry right into the classrooms, so you can learn from the world's best brands and their brightest minds. We always aimed towards the international level and went beyond borders to create a truly global reach. We diversified our revenue streams and exported programs worldwide. We know the best answer to any challenge is to be resilient. We know to be future-proof is to be adaptable. And by embracing digitalization, you can create your own future. The world is an ever-changing landscape, and there's no telling what new challenges await. We're not preparing for the new normal, but the next normal, because it's already here.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to our chat with Sagi series. Today is day 3. We are lucky. I'm your moderator today. My name is Jeff. He's my colleague CY.
Hello, welcome back.
And our today guest speaker, our IR Prof YC.
Good morning, guys.
So today our title topic is Untold Secret of Choosing the Right Institution to Pursue an Engineering Degree. Okay. So Prof YC, can you just introduce a little bit yourself?
Hi. Yes. Good morning, everyone. I'm an academic, as you know, and at the same time, I'm also a mechanical engineer by profession. I have more than 20 years of academic and industry experience, and I'm also a practicing engineer with many years of this consultancy experience, and I've provided services to industries such as Petronas Chemical, Chevron, Toyo Engineering, etc., etc.
And we cannot think of a better person to invite to the show today other than Prof YC, because he's a very good combination of both being an academic as well as being very active in the industry scene. So yes, Prof YC, shall we begin with the first question?
Yes, please. Okay, all right. That's the first question. That's very important. Okay, Prof YC, that's a very good question that I would like to ask. So we can see the number of engineering in the student in university is getting more and more.
In Sagi University.
Correct. Yeah. So can you tell our viewer what is the cause for this increase?
All right, of course. Well, you see, Sagi, our engineering program, we are designed to provide our students with necessary skill needed by the industry. So we don't just teach the knowledge, but we are providing the necessary skill, such as communication skill, industry exposure, and we bring in the industry to the classroom. All right. And other than that, of course, you have to look at our strength of our lecturer. Our lecturer portfolio, more than 60% of our academic staff are holding a PhD.
Okay.
Okay. And besides that, more than 60% also having these professional titles, such as a chartered engineer in UK or professional engineer from BEM Malaysia or TS Technologies.
Right.
Okay. Besides that, our lecturers are also EAC panel, Engineering Accreditation Council panel, which means we know what we are doing. We are the evaluators for the engineering program. In fact, I myself is a EAC panel. So we go around the university in Malaysia and we evaluate their program. So we know what we are doing here.
Yeah.
All right. And also, other than this academic this involvement, our lecturers are also active researchers.
Okay. All right.
All right. We bring in grants from the external grant, and we have more than 100 this PhD research project going on. Okay.
Well, it sounds like we have a mix of a very diverse profile of faculty members here in SEGI.
Yeah.
Just yesterday, the dean from the Faculty of Business was saying, in order to provide meaningful learning to our students, it's very important to engage at least two stakeholders. One is, of course, academics is very important, but at the same time, the engagement with the industry is also very important. But
Yes.
I can see in the engineering faculty, not only do we have industry as well as academics, we also have active consultants who are doing active engineering work in the industry, as well as people who are in the accreditation panel who goes around to look at engineering programs from other universities. That really set us apart.
Yes, and with that we can bring we know the latest implementation, latest technology, or latest method being used by other university in their teaching.
Yes.
And we can bring into to our student. Other than that, we have one of our professor, IR Professor Jeffrey Chang. He himself is IEM Deputy President.
Wow.
And that means we are able to link with all the engineers in Malaysia.
IEM is the board that gives out the title IR, if I'm not mistaken.
No, actually, no.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
It's actually the IR is given out by Board of Engineers
That's
Malaysia.
BEM, right?
Yeah,
BEM.
IEM is the Institution of Engineers Malaysia.
Right.
What is the difference IEM and BEM?
Okay, BEM is a regulatory body.
Right.
Okay, which is part of the government body. While IEM is an institution,
Right.
where it is a platform created to allow the engineers to
network. Right.
Yeah.
I see. Great. So other than lecturers' profile, what else can you tell us about the faculty in SEGI?
Okay. Our programs, in order to update our student with the latest technology, we actually bring in the industry to our classroom. Okay, we invited companies, industries such as Daikin, Intrix Renewable, Inda Water, KOP Mantap, MTC, Tenaga Switchgear, JF Nutritech, and so on to our classroom, and we actually created actual project for the student to get exposed to the industry need.
Right.
Okay, so they don't just learn the knowledge from the textbook, but they are aware of the current needs from the industry.
Right. And this is very different as compared to other university and colleges offering engineering program, I suppose. I think what I've heard traditionally when it comes to engineering program is when we do industry collaboration, it means, I send my student out for internship or I do some placement or I bring some guests into the classroom to talk
Yeah.
to them about
Yeah.
what's happening in the industry. But in SEGI, your faculty took it one step further, where we actually bring them into do real life
Yes.
projects. Is it?
Yes,
Mm.
that is correct. Our projects are real life industry project.
Sounds to me like a very practical way
Yeah.
of learning engineering.
Yes, definitely.
I see.
Definitely.
I see.
Okay, and of course, our programs are all accredited by the Board of Engineers Malaysia. Since our first civil engineering program introduced in 2013, for the last 10 years, we have been getting all our 4 engineering programs are accredited by the BEM.
Okay, all right.
And not to mention, SEGI University is ranked 57 in Southeast Asia by QS World University Ranking. Okay, and also QS 5-star plus university, one of only 19 universities in the world who got this QS 5-star plus university ranking
Wow, that
by
sounds
QS.
impressive, right? That's very good. Moving on to the second question, Jeff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I think this is very good questions because a lot of people also asking this. All right, Prof. IC, there's a lot of university offering engineering programs. So the key question is, why SEGI? Why choose SEGI?
Okay, as I mentioned in the question number 1, okay, the lecturers are very important. The strength of the lecturers are important. We have a balanced lecturers here in SEGI, not just a researcher, but also active consultants, active engineers. We are linked with the industry all the time. So we know what is needed, and therefore we can provide the skill required by the industry to our student. Okay, student learn from active engineers, okay, and they are exposed to the real industry problems. Okay, when we have projects that are linked to the industry, and not just a project that we come up by the researcher itself.
So that's in terms of the faculty. What else?
Okay, then as you can see here in the next slide here, yes, okay, so when I say we have a balance, these lecturers, we bring out our student talent. Okay, and from this side you can see that, okay, our student won gold and special award. Okay, in the recent this engineering, science and technology exhibition organized by Masa University.
Right.
And that shows our this practice. Okay, we introduce this practical exposure to our student.
Right. And I see, and I think our students are successful. Again, it comes back to the faculty, how we teach our students and how we expose them to different parts of the industry, different happenings of the industry. So our student has gone out and win a lot of awards, and that was one of the recent one, right?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Because of their exposure, that will help them later on in their industry career. Okay.
Right.
And okay, then another thing, I think this is the most interesting part. Why SEGI? Okay, SEGI, we are offering double degree, and it's not just a double degree. Okay, double degree, probably what you have heard, you got a bachelor degree from the local university and another
overseas university.
Yes,
Yeah, I think
bachelor
that's
degree
pretty common in the market.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in SEGI, we are the only university offering all our engineering program with a bachelor degree from SEGI plus an Eng degree from University of Central Lancashire.
MH, that means Masters in Engineering.
Yes.
Wow.
That's correct.
And students can complete this within 4 years.
That is correct.
That means they graduate with a degree and Masters at the same time.
That's right.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
So why you want a double degree, just a normal double bachelor degree, where you can get a Eng degree in SEGI.
This is like an engineer talking, we have it's the same amount of effort, same amount of time, but we want to maximize the output.
Correct.
So if you can get a degree and a master's at the same time, then why bother going for double degree?
And University of Central Lancashire is ranked top 7% by the Center of World University Ranking.
Wow.
So it's definitely recognized worldwide.
Well, sounds really, really exciting. Now, Prof. IC, can you also talk a little bit about how does the landscape look like, the engineering landscape? Because, everybody knows that engineers, they are paid very, very well. But that also means that everybody wants to study engineering. I think as much as the government is saying that, there's a reduced interest in STEM, generally speaking, we still see a lot of students are interested in engineering. Every year, hundreds of them graduate. And it means that it's very competitive,
Yes.
The highly paid jobs are there, but a lot of people are competing for the same job. What is SEGI doing to make sure that our students can get these jobs?
Okay, can I show you the next slide? Can I just show you the next slide? So this slide here, as you can see, this is a survey by Malaysian Research Accelerator for Technology and Innovation. It clearly shows here the ratio of engineers to the population. Okay, between Malaysia and the developed countries such as Germany and France. So in Malaysia currently, we have this ratio of 1 to 170, okay, engineer to population ratio. While in developed countries, the ratio is only 1 to 100. And what it means we are in need of engineers in Malaysia. Okay, about 70% more engineers are required in Malaysia. Okay, and it means the demand, there's a huge demand by the industry, okay, for future engineers.
Okay.
So the salary wise, when there is a demand, the salary will keep increasing.
Correct.
Yeah, supply and demand, basic economics.
Yep.
Right. So what are we doing to prepare students to get these jobs?
Okay, our engineering program are designed, okay, to align with this industry need, industry revolution 4.0. As you are aware, okay, there are 9 pillars for this industry revolution 4.0, IR 4.0, such as simulation, system integration, IoT, industrial, Internet of Things, cybersecurity, cloud, additive manufacturing. And engineering programs in SEGI, we design them to provide this exposure to our students. And by the time they graduate, they have the skill required by the industry. And that will definitely help them to secure the job or even excel among their colleagues.
And I think worldwide, there's a lot of conversation about IR 4.0. There's a lot of excitement as well. And by aligning our curriculum to fit IR 4.0 and equipping our students with the necessary skills, I think it will be able to provide them with some international career opportunities as well.
Yes. And this is the next slide I wanted to show. This is the can you go to the next slide
after this?
Okay. Yeah, this is the one.
Right.
Okay, this is one of our students, Samuel, graduated from civil engineering from SEGI University. He is now working in Ireland. In Ireland as an engineer for ESP, this energy for generation. So it shows that our degree is world recognized, not just in Malaysia, but it is recognized in any other countries.
Well. Yeah, right. In your previous slide, I saw you mentioned something about the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Can you talk a little bit about this?
Yes. This is very important nowadays. Global warming issue, etc. And engineers, we need to be aware of this this current issue faced
Yep.
by the world, this global warming, carbon dioxide, etc., etc. So our program, we also design to expose our students to these sustainable development goals set by the United Nations, so that to ensure that our students are able to cater, design something that will be sustainable to the world.
Yeah, and I think the buzzword now in engineering is green
Go
engineering.
green, huh?
Yes,
Yeah, green
yes,
engineering.
green energy.
Green energy, yeah,
And so
sustainable engineering, and things like that. Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right. So thanks, Prof. Faisi. Okay, so I think the next question is, okay, so what student must consider before choosing an engineering school? What is the reason? What is the most important?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
As a student, I believe all of us were, as a student, I myself before, I think
Number
it's
one,
very-
you must make sure all the lecturers are good looking. Number two, you must make sure your classmates are good looking as well.
No, so when you are a student, this is something that you need to consider.
Right.
Okay, you need to know which school will provide you with the best experience, or will then lead you to a good career later on. So I think the most important one is the lecturer, the academic lecturer. So as an engineer, we have to learn from engineer itself, right? If you're the chef, you can't learn cooking from just internet, from someone who has no cooking experience.
Yeah, or someone who has studied the theories of cooking for 100 years.
Yes. So you need someone with the real experience to teach you engineering.
Yep, true.
So the lecturers are definitely the most important part that you before you make a choice. Right? You need someone with the industry experience, and you need someone with research experience, so that they can bring you the latest technology, and not just from the textbook, but someone with the research experience, with lots of latest cutting edge technology that can share with the student.
Yeah. Right. What else should they talk about?
Okay.
What else should they look at?
Other than that, I think industry exposure is also important. The program should also provide a lot of industry exposure, so that the student they themselves, you get the hands-on experience. Not just go for internship, okay, or attend industrial talk, but at the same time, they should provide you with some real industry project for the student to work on. And besides that, I think another thing like facilities. Okay, just remember I talked about the IR 4.0.
Right.
Okay, we have additive manufacturing. So the university should also provide facilities such as this additive manufacturing, like 3D printer, scanner. Okay, then talk about this simulation. The university should also provide with the software, relevant software like CFD, computational fluid dynamics software, or FEA, final element analysis, and etc. etc. All these are very important facilities required for engineering program.
Right. Jeff.
Okay, all right. So thanks, Prof. Faisi. Okay, so okay, next question. So just now you was mentioned about the IR title.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Professional
think professional
title.
IR title.
Yes.
And I just want to know that what is the process to become an IR title in Malaysia?
Okay, if I may, let me show you the route to become a professional engineer in Malaysia.
Yes.
Okay, in order to become a professional engineer in Malaysia, first of all, you have to graduate. You have to register as a graduate engineer with the Board of Engineer Malaysia, which is a regulatory body in Malaysia.
Okay.
It means your degree must be accredited recognized by the BEM before you can graduate with. You can register as a graduate engineer with the BEM. Okay, and I would like to share with you the current latest information from BEM. From 2024 onwards, 2024 onwards, 3 years engineering program, if you graduate with the 3 years engineering program, you can no longer register as a graduate engineer with BEM.
Yeah.
So it must be 4 years.
It has to be 4 years.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Previously, before 2024, okay, BEM still allow you to register to top up a program, meaning if you graduated with the 3-year degree program, you can top up with the master degree, MEng, or some top up modules, and you are allowed to register with the BEM. But from 2024 onwards, January onwards, you will no longer, even if you top up your this module, or you further study with the MEng, you can not register with BEM after that. So that this is very important information for those who wanted to become a professional engineer later on.
Right.
Okay, and of course after that, once you register as a graduate engineer, okay, you will need at least 3 years of experience in the branch of engineering specified at your graduate registration. For example, you register as a graduate engineer in the branch of mechanical engineering, you will have to gain at least 3 years of relevant experience.
Minimum 3 years.
Yeah, minimum 3 years. That is the minimum requirement before you can apply for professional registration.
That's how we get the IR title.
Yes, but of course, that's not it. You have to sit for this professional assessment examination. Okay, which consists of an interview and also 2 essay writing. You have to explain your engineering work experience during the professional assessment examination.
Right.
And after that, if you pass the PAE examination, you will be conferred with this IR title, professional engineer, by the Board of Engineer Malaysia. Okay, and if you wanted to endorse the drawing, you have to sit for another exam. It's called the Professional Competency Examination. Okay, once you pass the PCE examination, you'll be conferred with this professional engineers with practicing certificate. We call it PEPC. So once you got the PEPC, you can then endorse the drawing that needs to be submitted to this majlis or council.
Right. I see. Thank you. Thanks, Prof. IC, for your very insightful sharing this morning. If I may just do like a summary from what I've heard from you, and to, for the benefit of our viewers out there who are aspiring engineers, I think the opportunity and the opportunities are there for engineers.
Yes.
There's a shortage in the market.
Yes, definitely.
And you can demand for high salary, but it also means that everybody's starting point, I mean, although salary is a bit higher, everybody's starting point is the same. Right? What makes the difference between good engineers and maybe not so good engineers is how fast you can climb when you start running, in the industry. And I think the differentiation factor when it comes to SEGI's engineering program really boils down to 3 things. Number one, our academics, our teaching faculty, because it's not just about hiring lecturers with industry experience. It's also about hiring professors and lecturers who are doing active research, who are still doing some sort of active consultancy work in the industry, so that whatever that they teach you is real time. It's what is happening in the industry, and it's not something that they have learned 10 years ago when they're in the industry.
That is correct.
I think that's number one. That I think is very important. Secondly, what I've heard from Prof. IC that I find very interesting is the whole idea about bringing industry into the classroom. We don't just stop at internship. We don't just stop at getting people in to do talks. We don't just stop at bringing you out for field trips. We actually bring real life projects into the classroom. And again, it comes back to practical learning. Again, it comes back to real life learning,
Yep.
right? Real-time learning. And I think that's very important. And lastly, engineers, we must be very efficient. And efficient means minimum input, maximum output. So if it is a 4-year degree program, why not graduate with a degree plus a master's?
That is
Right.
very important.
Yeah.
If I were given a chance during when I was a student, I would definitely opt for this program.
Spend the same time to get a two
Yes.
certificate.
Yeah, one stone, two birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks very much, Prof.
Yeah.
IC, for
Thank
being
you,
with
thank
us
you.
this morning.
Thanks, Prof. IC, for today,
Thank
this
you.
morning.
Thank you, CI.
Alright.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yep. So, all right. Thanks for all the viewers. All right, and thanks for the Prof. IC also this morning. And okay, we have a next very interesting sections. All right, let's welcome. We will back after the break time.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you after the break.
Throughout the years, we've been hard at work. Established 6 campuses throughout the country. Garnered over 45 years of experience with 130,000 alumni. Received countless awards and accolades. While we came from humble beginnings, we always aimed high. Delivering industry-relevant curriculum. Expanding our partnering universities worldwide. Investing into new campuses and technologies. And most importantly, we focused on you, our students. When the whole world came to a sudden stop during the pandemic, we doubled down. We reimagined our future. While cost-cutting was the norm, we went all in with new innovations, new talents, free online courses, a new meta campus to make online learning fun and interactive. We future-proof your employability by using blockchain technology. We broke down entry barriers and made furthering your studies easier, regardless of your prior education background. We said no to traditional internship placements. Tear down walls to bring the industry right into the classrooms, so you can learn from the world's best brands and their brightest minds. We always aim towards the international level and went beyond borders to create a truly global reach. We diversified our revenue streams and exported programs worldwide. We know the best answer to any challenge is to be resilient. We know to be future-proof is to be adaptable. And by embracing digitalization, you can create your own future. The world is an ever-changing landscape, and there's no telling what new challenges await. We're not preparing for the new normal, but the next normal. Because it's already here. Throughout the years, we've been hard at work. Established 6 campuses throughout the country. Garnered over 45 years of experience with 130,000 alumni. Received countless awards and accolades. While we came from humble beginnings, we always aimed high. Delivering industry-relevant curriculum. Expanding our partnering universities worldwide. Investing into new campuses and technologies. And most importantly, we focused on you, our students. When the whole world came to a sudden stop during the pandemic, we doubled down. We reimagined our future. While cost-cutting was the norm, we went all in with new innovations, new talents, free online courses, a new meta campus to make online learning fun and interactive. We future-proof your employability by using blockchain technology. We broke down entry barriers and made furthering your studies easier, regardless of your prior education background. We said no to traditional internship placements. Tear down walls to bring the industry right into the classrooms, so you can learn from the world's best brands and their brightest minds. We always aim towards the international level and went beyond borders to create a truly global reach. We diversified our revenue streams and exported programs worldwide. We know the best answer to any challenge is to be resilient. We know to be future-proof is to be adaptable. And by embracing digitalization, you can create your own future. The world is an ever-changing landscape, and there's no telling what new challenges await. We're not preparing for the new normal, but the next normal, because it's already here. Throughout the years, we've been hard at work, established 6 campuses throughout the country, garnered over 45 years of experience with 130,000 alumni, received countless awards and accolades. While we came from humble beginnings, we always aimed high, delivering industry-relevant curriculum, expanding our partnering universities worldwide, investing into new campuses and technologies, and most importantly, we focused on you, our students. When the whole world came to a sudden stop during the pandemic, we doubled down. We reimagined our future. While cost-cutting was the norm, we went all in with new innovations, new talents, free online courses, a new meta campus to make online learning fun and interactive. We future-proof your employability by using blockchain technology. We broke down entry barriers and made furthering your studies easier, regardless of your prior education background. We said no to traditional internship placements. Tear down walls to bring the industry right into the classrooms, so you can learn from the world's best brands and their brightest minds. We always aim towards the international level and went beyond borders to create a truly global reach. We diversified our revenue streams and exported programs worldwide. We know the best answer to any challenge is to be resilient. We know to be future-proof is to be adaptable. And by embracing digitalization, you can create your own future. The world is an ever-changing landscape, and there's no telling what new challenges await. We're not preparing for the new normal, but the next normal, because it's already here.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Today I'm your moderator. My name is Jeff, and here's my colleague CY.
Hello.
Yep, and here's Mr. Koyin, and is our program leader of the architectures. So welcome back to our Chat with Sagi series. So today, what is the next topic? Today, our topic is about the architecture. So the topics for today is the insider guide to choosing the best architecture program for you.
Wow.
All right. So welcome, Mr. Koyin. Mr.
Yes,
Koyin,
thank
can you
you
just
for-
introduce a little bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is Koyin Nabil. I'm previously coming from practicing architecture for almost 10 years as a project architect, and get into academics for should be my second year. And yes, I'm a program leader for Bachelor of Science in Architecture.
Right. Welcome to the
Yes,
show.
indeed.
Right. So right off, Mr. Koyin, I would like to ask you a very big question.
Okay.
So we appreciate that you came from the industry and now you're with the you're in the academic in the academic scene, and I'm sure you know that as a practicing architect and of course now as an academic, there's a lot of universities offering architecture program.
Yep.
And with so many architecture programs to choose from, so many architecture schools to choose from, why SEGI?
Okay, so from the get-go, I will say that in terms of the convenience of studying in SEGI, basically the first one I would say is location lah. Why the location is may sounds like a bit boring, but let me tell you why for architecture lah. Especially for the site visit case studies that we do from the first year all the way to the final year in architecture. Okay, specifically for the final years where it's a compulsory from the board of architects, they will ask for final year to be done in urban area, urban settings. So having situated next to the MRT station is very, very convenient for the student, especially when they go to their final project sites, actual site, and then also for their case studies where they go to some of the building that mostly will be situated in Klang Valley lah. Okay, so apart from that, for the first year, just now I'll talk about the final year students. So for the first year, you are mostly doing your studio works manually. So a lot of art supplies you're going to buy, you need to get, and then most of them are situated within this area of Klang Valley, and then this location is just nice and very, very convenient for the students lah. And then you don't need to, stress yourself with the traffic congestion and parking lah.
Right.
Okay, the other one, why? Because currently we just had our course revised, and then currently for the new batch, they were coming in with the 100% coursework programs, which is we are no longer having examinations, and then it's but of course slightly bit more assignments for the students, but no examination. And then for architecture student, you definitely know lah, at the end of the semester you are very tight in schedule, try to finish your final project, so not having exam at the end of the semester is very, very convenient for you lah.
So that's location. What else?
That one is 100% coursework.
Oh, 100% coursework, right?
Yeah.
So location and 100% coursework.
Yeah. And then the new revised program that we currently took out some of the no longer relevant subjects, and then we put in the more market-driven subject, which is very important for student, which is now we have our new subject, which is a BIM, Building Information Modeling. Coming from the practice myself, I'm based on my last experience in the office, not many projects architect knew how to handle the BIM software, say like examples like Revit, because most of them just rely on the Draftman or other technical system to do so. But basically that's been the purpose lah on the BIM. You need to know it yourself. And then some universities did offer this, but only as a chapter within the subjects. But now here in SEGI, we have our own BIM subjects, which is very, very beneficial to the students. Then make sure they are ready when they go for practice.
I see. Thank you. The next question that I'm going to ask you is a little bit sensitive, and I'm not supposed to mention the name.
Okay.
But when it comes to studying architecture, generally people will look at a few universities. Right? Among them, there is a T University and another one is U University.
Okay.
Apart from T and U, right? Why should future architects come to SEGI? Because T and U University is quite famous for architecture.
Okay. Let's be honest. We are only here in SEGI. The architecture program is only a few years old, but we already gained our accreditations from the Lembaga of Architects last year, and then currently our students average around 15 students per studio, and then just met the requirement set by the board. At least it's a 1 to 15 student per studio, and then this is very helpful and beneficial to the students. Because some of the architecture school, they have maybe like hundreds of students. What happened is maybe few of them of the lectures are permanent, and most of them, the others will be part-timers. So I don't think that they're going to have a lot of time in the studios or in the campus to help the student out. Compared to us, currently, we are mostly like having lots of one-on-one session, tutorials, even after the studio hours. Normally our studies are on Monday and Thursday, but we are available for the whole week And then like me myself, I do have a desk in the office, but I spend most of the time in the studios helping the students and then give tutorial whatever they need to. Okay, this approach is very, very helpful to the student because some of the students may be like a late bloomers and some may be like a fast learners. So we cater to their needs and then try to make sure that no one's get left behind.
I see, and I think this is very important, especially for an architecture program where it's so skill based. I think the difference between a good architect and maybe a not so good architect, number one, the first thing people look at is your software skills. How well you can draw, how well you can project something, and if you're not getting the help and the guidance that you need, especially when you're new to the program, then you fall behind, right?
Yeah, especially that architecture students, they spend most of their time doing the studio works because that one caters a lot of
technical skills.
The credit hours. So they are more focusing on that part, and then that's where they need the tutorials and guidance from the lecturers. And then us having in the studios most of our time really helpful to the students lah.
I see. All right, thank you. The next question here is the title AR, Professional Architect. What is the process of becoming an AR, and what is SEGI doing to prepare our students to become one?
Okay, so basically here in SEGI we offers the Bachelor of Science in Architecture, which is a part 1. In order for you to gain the prefix, become a professional architect, which carry the prefix AR, you basically need to go through the part 1, part 2, and then works for 2 years, and then go for the submission of your logbook, then go to the examinations, which I guess are 2 papers. So basically here we provide as a part 1, and then after that, before you further into part 2, which is a master in architecture, you need to have at least 6 months working experience. And then after finish your masters in architecture, then you straight away register as a graduate architects, then have an experience for 2 years, prepare your logbook, which is your experience during the first 2 years. And then if your logbook is accepted by the board, then you can sit for oral examinations. And then if you pass the oral examinations, then you go for the sitting for the writing examinations.
I see.
Then if you pass those 2 papers, you can become a professional architect.
I see. Jeff, what's your question to?
So basically, when you just mentioned that once the student finish our SAGI bachelor, you will automatically get the part 1 recognized, is it?
Yes, because we are accredited by the LAM as of last year's, and then it's for the period of 3 years. So basically, we are the students, especially those locals they want to further study here in Malaysia or maybe abroad. They got no issues of having their degree certificates because we're already accredited by the lembaga itself.
All right. So basically, right after finishing our SAGI bachelor, it can direct enter to the master.
Yes, you can. No, in terms of direct enter to the master, the requirement by the board, they should have at least 6 months working experience
before they enter to master.
For the enter to master.
All right, that's good. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so my next question is: the architecture industry is very competitive now. Okay, so how SEGI grooming the better architect? Our SEGI.
Okay, in that sense, we will basically prepare our students to be proficient with all the tools needed, like the one you mentioned, the software. Okay, and then based on the current market trends, like I've just said, we have our revised course with the new BIM subjects, and then this BIM subject will basically teach the student on the fundamentals and introduction of the building information modeling, and then after that they're going to go to trainings on the software that used in the BIM itself Because me myself, I've been a certified professional Revit user, so I'll be teaching the subject, and then just try to make sure that the students equipped once they get into the workforce, they will be prepared to straight away do their works with no problems. Okay,
I see.
And then in terms of that, we also more on the practical side in terms of what they call it, like a school of thought, or maybe where we are heading to. We are more focusing on practical, efficient, and sustainable design here in SEGI. Okay, because basically sustainable is not just a trend lah. It's the way we are moving forwards.
Yeah, in fact, just now the Prof YC, the
Yep.
Dean from the Faculty of Engineering and
Yep.
Environment, was sharing with us, the whole faculty, including of course architecture program, are infused. All of our program are infused with elements of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal,
Correct,
which is
SDG.
the direction of where the world is going.
Yep.
And to hear that our architecture program is aimed towards, getting our students to be practical, efficient, and sustainable. It's really great.
Okay. And then another one is we try to simulate a real life project in our programs lah. Okay, say like the design studios for the final years, especially when the design in the in the urban areas, urban settings. So like me and myself, when I handling the final year students, we give them a brief. Not normally, it's a compulsory in the urban area, and then I will ask them to go for a site visit, actual almost like a real life projects. And then after doing the site visit, they're going to need to meet the local authorities, say like DBKL or MBPJs, meet the local authority itself as if they were project architects.
Oh,
Okay, so they need to get the informations, set up a meeting, ask for question, get informations as much as possible, even though it's a student projects. And then from that, they're going to learn their way around the local authorities and stuff, all the process, and then develop their interpersonal skills, which is very important as a project architect, because you're not going to sit in the office and do the design.
yeah.
You're going to go out, meet your clients, meet a lot of stakeholders. So this is very, very crucial for the student. This is how we prepare our student to ready for the time in the workforce. And then it's also boost their confidence. Okay, part of it they go to the BKL and then they go to Japan to get the site information. All of that they will need to be prepared with that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of architecture school tend to miss this out as well. They just teach them the skills required, to complete the program, and that would be, for example, all the software skills. You pass all your exam, you finish all your coursework, and then that's it. But they forgot about when you go into real life. Into a real life working scenario, you'll be dealing with different stakeholders. City councils is one of them. The other authorities that you need to comply with compliance and stuff like that, right? This part is missing.
Yeah. And then for us here in SEGI, it's very, very convenient that we have our faculty of engineering, building, and IT all together. We have our colleague from the civil engineering with their lab tests all within that same buildings, just next to each other, which is very helpful, together with the interior architectures and also quantity surveyors. So these people, they already gel together during their student days. They ask each other, they can share opinions, and then sometimes when they have the competitions, they're working together.
Oh, wow.
This is very, very convenient for them.
Yes, indeed. Many universities and colleges, I've noticed, their architecture school is like a standalone school. So future architects, they learn in silo. But in the real life environment, actually, they engage themselves with, not only authorities but engineers, IT people, and things like that. So right at the start, when you come into the program and in an environment that's integrated with all these different domains, you learn how to talk to different people, and you learn how to integrate all these different domains, into your studies and into your
We
experience.
start to expose with the other professional from early on, how the QS engineering works. And then of course, part of it, we have a few, I can say that two prominent lecturers here coming from the academics world, and also apart from that, they are very, very experienced. We have our Prof. Ramli Abdullah. Basically, he's he's been teaching in public university for 30 years. And then also he's a senior members Council of Architecture Accreditation and Education in Malaysia. So you don't need to worry whether our course here run according to the board, because we do have that senior members here in our departments. And then also part of the examination council. So very, very experienced guy. And then together with another Dr. Zunaibi, both of them are very experienced academicians and quite prominent in the academic world in Malaysia for architecture.
Thank you for sharing.
All right. So thank you for the sharing. So I think it will make it for more summary is that our architecture program, the most USP is about our locations.
Location,
Right.
the course itself.
100% coursework,
Yeah.
and the most important is our subject syllabus is actually driven to what the market wants,
the
right?
market driven.
I see. All right. And with that, I think we can conclude here. So future architects, if you are interested to find out more about Segi's architecture program, be sure to leave a comment in the comments box below. If you are watching this from the website, then feel free to drop your details, and then we can sit down and we can talk about your future.
Sure.
And with that, we conclude our session with Mr. Ko Yim.
Yes.
Right next, we are talking to the School of IT. So if you're interested in IT program, stay tuned, and we'll see you right after the break.
Yes.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
Throughout the years, we've been hard at work, established 6 campuses throughout the country, garnered over 45 years of experience with 130,000 alumni, received countless awards and accolades. While we came from humble beginnings, we always aimed high, delivering industry-relevant curriculum, expanding our partnering universities worldwide, investing into new campuses and technologies, and most importantly, we focused on you, our students. When the whole world came to a sudden stop during the pandemic, we doubled down. We reimagined our future. While cost-cutting was the norm, we went all in with new innovations, new talents, free online courses, a new meta campus to make online learning fun and interactive. We future-proof your employability by using blockchain technology. We broke down entry barriers and made furthering your studies easier, regardless of your prior education background. We said no to traditional internship placements. Teared down walls to bring the industry right into the classrooms, so you can learn from the world's best brands and their brightest minds. We always aim towards the international level and went beyond borders to create a truly global reach. We diversified our revenue streams and exported programs worldwide. We know the best answer to any challenge is to be resilient. We know to be future-proof is to be adaptable. And by embracing digitalization, you can create your own future. The world is an ever-changing landscape, and there's no telling what new challenges await. We're not preparing for the new normal, but the next normal, because it's already here. Throughout the years, we've been hard at work, established 6 campuses throughout the country, garnered over 45 years of experience with 130,000 alumni, received countless awards and accolades. While we came from humble beginnings, we always aimed high, delivering industry-relevant curriculum, expanding our partnering universities worldwide, investing into new campuses and technologies, and most importantly, we focused on you, our students. When the whole world came to a sudden stop during the pandemic, we doubled down. We reimagined our future. While cost-cutting was the norm, we went all in with new innovations, new talents, free online courses, a new meta campus to make online learning fun and interactive. We future-proof your employability by using blockchain technology. We broke down entry barriers and made furthering your studies easier, regardless of your prior education background. We said no to traditional internship placements. Teared down walls to bring the industry right into the classrooms, so you can learn from the world's best brands and their brightest minds. We always aim towards the international level and went beyond borders to create a truly global reach. We diversified our revenue streams and exported programs worldwide. We know the best answer to any challenge is to be resilient. We know to be future-proof is to be adaptable. And by embracing digitalization, you can create your own future. The world is an ever-changing landscape, and there's no telling what new challenges await. We're not preparing for the new normal, but the next normal, because it's already here. Throughout the years, we've been hard at work, established 6 campuses throughout the country, garnered over 45 years of experience with 130,000 alumni, received countless awards and accolades. While we came from humble beginnings, we always aimed high, delivering industry-relevant curriculum, expanding our partnering universities worldwide, investing into new campuses and technologies, and most importantly, we focused on you, our students. When the whole world came to a sudden stop during the pandemic, we doubled down. We reimagined our future. While cost-cutting was the norm, we went all in with new innovations, new talents, free online courses, a new meta campus to make online learning fun and interactive. We future-proof your employability by using blockchain technology. We broke down entry barriers and made furthering your studies easier, regardless of your prior education background. We said no to traditional internship placements. Tear down walls to bring the industry right into the classrooms, so you can learn from the world's best brands and their brightest minds. We always aim towards the international level and went beyond borders to create a truly global reach. We diversified our revenue streams and exported programs worldwide. We know the best answer to any challenge is to be resilient. We know to be future-proof is to be adaptable. And by embracing digitalization, you can create your own future. The world is an ever-changing landscape, and there's no telling what new challenges await. We're not preparing for the new normal, but the next normal, because it's already here.
High school's over. We bet you're pretty excited about your future. You've heard so much about uni life, you can't wait, but at the same time, you're anxious. Meeting new people, living away from family, tough assignments and presentation, it might seem overwhelming. Or is it? At SEGI, you'll get to live, learn and enjoy the best time of your life. Experiment, break rules and go beyond the status quo, all while learning under some of the biggest brands and brightest minds in the industry. Make new friends, visit places, gain new perspectives and expand your horizon. Attend concerts, present in conferences, compete in competitions, hey, better still, organize them. You'll learn with the latest technologies, read in a library that never sleeps, learn to synergize through esports and many more. You see, your university experience shouldn't only be about textbooks and assignments. It's about being future-proof while having the best time of your life. Are you ready? Because we are. High school's over. We bet you're pretty excited about your future. You've heard so much about uni life, you can't wait, but at the same time, you're anxious. Meeting new people, living away from family, tough assignments and presentation, it might seem overwhelming. Or is it? At SEGI, you'll get to live, learn, and enjoy the best time of your life. Experiment, break rules, and go beyond the status quo, all while learning under some of the biggest brands and brightest minds in the industry. Make new friends, visit places, gain new perspectives, and expand your horizon. Attend concerts, present in conferences, compete in competitions, hey, better still, organize them. You'll learn with the latest technologies, read in a library that never sleeps, learn to synergize through esports, and many more. You see, your university experience shouldn't only be about textbooks and assignments. It's about being future-proof while having the best time of your life. Are you ready? Because we are.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our Chat with SEGI series. I'm your moderator today. My name is Jack. Here's my colleague, Mr. CY. And today we are so lucky that we have our guest, our Dr. Siti. All right. So today our title of topic is Don't Choose the Wrong IT Program.
Wow.
Sounds very, very interesting topic.
And stressful
today.
also.
All right, Dr. Siti, can you just introduce a little bit yourself, your background?
Okay, Jeff, thank you so much. Hi, good afternoon. Is it afternoon now?
Good morning.
Yeah,
Good
morning,
afternoon.
afternoon.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Okay, I am Dr. Siti Norbaya Daud. I am a senior lecturer, head of program for IT under Forbid Faculty of Engineering, Built Environment and IT. My background is computer science. I graduated from Central Michigan University, USA, gained working experience in the USA as student computer consultant before returning to Malaysia. I am in teaching profession for over 30 years. Gained knowledge and computing skills abroad and practice as a lecturer back in Malaysia. Received Teachers Award in 2017, a certified hacker and a certified TTT, train the trainers. That's all about myself.
When I hear
Wow.
certified hacker, I'm very stressed. But wow, what a profile. Thanks for joining us, Dr. Siti. The first question that I'm going to ask, immediately I'm going to put you into a very tight spot and ask you a very difficult question. There is a university that's very famous now, especially in Glen Valley for IT program. A lot of students are actually considering to go to that particular university, and I think to that university's credit, they are one of the leading universities as well. So, but in view of all of this, right? Why SEGI? Why should students still consider SEGI?
Very sensitive question.
Mm.
Okay. But I think I can give a little bit of an answer. SEGI may not be big, right? Yet SEGI is not small. SEGI is just right to me. Right in size, right in location, right infrastructure, and above all, right environment set for teaching and learning. That's the most important. What matters most is SEGI produce right graduates with right skills required in the industries that can fulfill the demand of job market and above all the communities. Overpopulated students may compromise teaching and learning. That should really take place, right? So which is why we maintain the right size of student lecturer population, which is set by MKA with the purpose of providing ample consultation and engagement with students. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, and I think that's important, especially when it comes to an IT, computing program,
Yes.
cybersecurity or whatever it is, right? It's a very skill-based program,
Yes,
and it's very important for students to get the guidance that they need, especially in an IT program, because we all come from different levels. There are students who are stronger. There are students who may need a little bit more help. And getting that help can really make a difference between, you being able to complete the program smoothly and have the confidence that you need to go out in the industry and make a difference than not, right?
I'll get back to that. Okay, right. There may be state-of-the-art building, right, and lab infrastructure in some other universities or in many other universities, right? But in reality, IT resources at SEGI has approved by MQA. That's the most important thing, right? And we know how much software, hardware that we need, right, to ensure that the students graduate with ample knowledge and experience, right? However, with AI specialization in place, we will get robotic devices in the future to allow students with hands-on design and implementation. So this is very important, right? And it is actually happening now at SEGI. Right? We also have at SEGI, we instill the right mindset, not just the right location, right? We have also right mindset that students are here not just to get the scroll, and just to fulfill their parents' wish, but also to prioritize their goal and strengthening their skills the best they could. That's what the mindset that we instill in the students' mind. Right, SEGI also is at the right location. Remember, I talked to you about right. SEGI is just right, right? So SEGI also is at the right location. It is a very strategic location that contribute healthy space for students to be at. So that's most important also. So these can increase concentration and will lead to be more productive. Right? Not just for the students, but also for the academicians, for the administrative staffs, and so on. Right? These are important to students to be able for them to get the most throughout the years of their studies here at SEGI. Right? Another right thing at SEGI is SEGI has the right environment, a pleasant environment for students learning with minimal distractions and positive atmosphere. I can guarantee that. Right? SEGI has the right infrastructure with highways, MRT, and other public transports, hospitals, clinics, food outlets, groceries, malls, and many more, which are actually convenient and easy access. Right? Or yesterday, we had students having activities under their co-curriculum, our IT students, co-curriculum, and they went up to, they stay late until night last night because they went around to help the needies. Right? We also have students playing cricket yesterday as part of their co-curriculum activities. So they went out with using our the public transport that is available, which is easily accessed. All these provide conveniences to the students, and parents are less worried. Parents will be less worried. At SEGI, we also offer the right programs, right?
And here we're talking about the specializations that SEGI is offering, right?
Correct. Okay. Can I continue, right?
Yeah, sure, please.
At SEGI, we offer also right programs and right specializations, and not to forget, we have relevant academicians with years of experience, right? Most of us experiences are more than over 5 years, right? And I have 30 years. Okay, IT schools actually offer two major programs, Bachelor of Information Technology, Bachelor of Computer Science, apart from Diploma in Information Technology and Diploma in Computer Science, right? For BIT, we offer Software Engineering, Computer Network, and Business System Design, right? Due to the new trends and IT technologies, coming soon, we are offering more specialization for BIT, such as IoT and cloud computing. Right? It is in the pipeline. It has also been prepared just to get it over to MQA for accreditation. At the same time, we have 4 specializations for computer science, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, data science, digital transformation. These are all specialization under computer science. It's very interesting specializations we have here. All of these are designed meticulously, considering various levels of students' ability and interest. That's what I come into that, right? Where we have achievers, different kind of level of achievers among the students, right? So we design meticulously, considering various level of students' ability and interest, right? Students may not have a clue of what specialization to choose, but we are here to guide the students. Why? Because during year 1, they will just take the core subjects, right? When they go to year 2, we will help them
choose a
specialization and direct the students to encourage them to be able to choose according to their interests and abilities, right? Both BIT and BCS, Bachelor of Information Technology and Bachelor of Computer Science, offers various core modules in year 1. So all in all, in year 1, they are sharing the core modules, right? We expose them with programming concept, which is very important: C++, C#, Java, Python, coming maybe R language, right? Computer hardware, right? Software, computer architecture, networking. These are all core modules which is actually required, not just for. This is actually required by the MQA, right? So students are then to decide on specialization in year 2 to either take software engineering, where students will study software design and development, right? When we talk about design and development, again, like the previous speaker, Mr. Kayum, right? Yeah, we also have design and develop, which include designing and development of systems, websites, mobile applications, it could be mobile applications, websites, system, and that applications that will fulfill user requirements. Most important thing is that they develop and will fulfill user requirements, because if you develop something without fulfilling the user requirements, then the project is called a failure, a project failure. So that's most important. We instill that in the student's mind. Another BIT specialization is computer network, where students will study network infrastructure setup, how networks are administered, security, and so forth. And some of the modules may include wireless technology, networks and administration, networks and communications, information and cyber security, cloud computing. These are all related to network, right? Very interesting, and students are actually looking forward actually for these computer network programs. And finally, business systems design. This is for BIT, where students will study how to transform business into digitalization, right? Some of small businesses, they are still not digitalized, right? So these are the specialized area for BSD students, right, who attend BSD, right, can gain some knowledge. So these may include modules such as digital transformation strategy, analysis and design, management information system, service management, etc. At the same time, we have 4 specializations for computer science, right? All are designed meticulously, right? Like what I said earlier, right? Considering various level of students' ability and interest, right? So,
Right.
okay, for BCS specialization, we have cyber security. That's the most important thing, interesting actually, where students will gain knowledge and experience on how to protect organizations' network against malicious attack. Right, very interesting program or specialization. And looking forward by the students. Right, students will attend hacking and forensic courses where they will learn investigation tools and techniques, right? So we will expose them with tools and techniques, what tools to use in order for them to investigate certain attack, right? Analysis of data, how to analyze data, to identify evidence, technical aspects and legal aspects related to cybercrime, right? So very interesting topic.
Yeah, and it's a big topic now.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about cybersecurity.
Yes, and next week we will have somebody for an industry talk.
Oh, that's good.
That's very interesting. Okay, and next specialization in Bachelor of Computer Science is Artificial Intelligence. Right, as we know, AI is changing the way we see the world. Right, not only in technical areas but across the industries. So, what is AI? Right, AI is a method of making a computer control, or a software think intelligent like software that think like intelligently like the human mind.
Is it something like now every people talking about the chat GPT?
Oh yes. Yes.
Now every people talking about this.
That is actually
AI,
not sure whether it's good for us or not, academicians. Right? AI is accomplished by studying the patterns actually of the human brain. Right? It's actually to study the patterns of human brain and then analyze the human cognitive process.
Wow.
That is all about AI. So it's actually but for this particular specialization, we will expose students with all this knowledge and experience. So what are examples of AI applications? We have everything around us: personalized shopping, like for example Amazon, Shopee, right, and many more. Fraud prevention, right, to monitor transactions and events in real time to detect and prevent fraudulent activities, maybe in banks, right, in any industries, right. We also have like voice assistants, right. These are all software that carries the everyday task via voice command, no need human.
Wow.
Right, no human intervention. We also have autonomous vehicles. Nowadays we have good cars now, driverless cars.
Yes.
Human passengers is not required to take control of the vehicle. Those are to name a few, right? Next, we also have another final specialization in program computer science is data science, which is the study that deals with vast volumes of data using modern tools and techniques to find unseen patterns, right? As we can see that how does e-commerce software, right? How can they understand the customer's behavior by data science, right? It derive from there, they derive meaningful information and make business decisions, right? So it is actually data science uses complex machine learning algorithm to build that predictive models, right? So all in all, we thought that AI is very difficult, but though bear in mind, data science is also difficult, right? But not to scare the students, right? But it's interesting to be in, right?
Yes.
There are many reasons for this actually, but the most important one is that it requires a broad set of skills of knowledge for data science, right? So it is something new to us also, right? But yet it's very interesting, right? So the core elements of data science are math, right? They have to have strong in math, statistics, and computer science. That's more core element of data science. And the math side includes linear algebra, probability theory, and statistical theory. So those are actually the key important topics. Right? Finally, digital transformation. Right?
Very exciting.
Students will learn everything from understanding and leveraging the drivers of transformation, how to transform into digital, right? Everything. Helping to building the digital business strategy, leading organizations, and helping them to navigate through digital disruption. Means from no computer based to computer based, and from the existing computer based to let's say for example, previously we do have typewriter. Now we don't have typewriter. This is what we call an example of digital disruption. Right. So if an organization planning to embark on a digital transformation, just for the everyone information, right? Then there are 4 main key areas that they should consider, right? They have to know what are the process of transformation, what are the business model transformation that they need, and the domain transformation, the culture, the organization, digital transformation, and so forth. These are some of the starting point where a business can decide on whether they have to do some digital transformation or not.
Wow, thanks for the very comprehensive introduction to the various specializations that we offer. Wow, and I think students will really benefit from your sharing.
So, all right. So thanks, Dr. Siti. I think the next question is, you see, we have a lot of specializations, and I think very important is the industry partner. Okay. So now, how SAGI is that to make our students to explore all these real life project and the skill set. So what SAGI going to do that about this?
Okay. Before I go into that, perhaps I can say what are the efforts to produce professional IT students first, right? Then I will come to that. Now, everyone claims to produce quality graduates, right? And may have various ways to do so, but at SAGI, we focus on bringing in real environment to class, right? We put real life pressures for students during the design and developing of the systems, right? Real life pressures mean we give them strict deadlines. We give them difficult to understand system requests, so that they can identify or they can go out and think outside the box, right? We allow students to encounter programming errors. We encourage them to make errors during coding in the class. Why? Because we want them to understand the error messages and how to solve the programming errors. Previously, students, they dislike the course because they said we always have errors. I said that's the purpose of having errors, because you need to know how to solve the errors, right? So we allow students to encounter programming errors, and we instill strict deadlines. We encourage students to meet deadlines and not requesting lecturers to move or extend the deadline. That's very important.
Which in the working world is like that.
Yes. Yeah. That's why we bring in real life pressure to the students.
Real life pressure. I like the sound of that.
Okay, we expose students to experience understanding of user needs, right? Because when we develop system, we need to know what the user wants, right? We expose them to that. We want them to know that we are now building something for the users, for the companies, for the organization, and not for us, right? So students always have in mind that I want to do this, I want to design it. And I said, no, you have to build for the customer, for the users, not for you.
Not for you.
So we expose students to experience understanding of the user needs by providing system request documents that may be difficult to understand. I give difficult to understand system requirements, right? A confusing requirements, so that they can learn how to put it in place, right? Students then have to digest the documents, right? They take the system request, they digest the documents and came up with a major and non-major functions of that particular system, use cases, system structure and architecture, system behavior, data model, and finally user interfaces. So we are very, very strict on that also. These are the challenges that students need to understand and the lecturers to deliver, right? However, real environment setup may ease this particular process, right? At SEGI, we are actively bringing industry to classroom, right? How do we do it? We identify industries and we sign MOU or MOA, right? With stringent selection process, right? With the objectives for the students, effective skills development, right? So that is what we are looking for. We not just graduate the students with just the knowledge, but also with the other skills, right? Communication skill, life skills, and so on. So some of the major industries are Google Cloud, Huawei, Alibaba, cybersecurity, OneChain, and again, I mentioned earlier that we will have industrial talk, and at the same time, we are actually looking forward for some maybe class into bringing industry to classroom, right? And next week we will have a meeting with Apple. For a collaboration, for a collaboration or anything of that sort, right? Okay, various ways and options are available for us to choose from, such as we can provide trainings to the lecturers, transfer of knowledge, right?
From the industry to the lecturers.
Yes, exactly, right? So there are two ways, various ways we have it actually, from training the lecturers or straight away to the students.
Alright.
We have various ways that we are doing it. Industries provide assignments, right? Yeah, they are.
So the assignment is marked by
Marked
by
supervised.
them.
Yes,
Supervised.
supervised.
All right.
A supervised students project. So we have talked to them, some of them, and in the process of actually finalizing it, assess student projects also.
Oh, that means they actually mark student projects as well.
Yes,
Wow,
yes.
that's interesting.
So this year, for BIT, Faculty of Engineering, Built Environment and IT launched a team for all FYP students with the title Smart Campus, where final year students are to design and build smart system around campus. So at the end, industries will be invited to assess the projects, and marks will be given as part of the assessment. Okay.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Dr. Siti. Okay. I think my last questions. Okay. How is the SEGI grooming the better IT graduates? Because I think in order to become a very successful IT graduate, we need some a successful skill.
Yes.
So what do you think about what kind of skill that we need for as a successful IT graduate?
Okay. Another challenging question.
Yeah.
Well, grooming sounds very interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. But grooming for a better IT graduates is very challenging,
Yeah.
right? Because we have students came from various levels, right?
Yep.
At SEGI, we build positive relationship with students. That's the most important thing, right? We always encourage students and welcome students, right? And for example, I prefer to use the term low and high achievers rather than weak and good students, right? Okay, in this case, we encourage low achievers and high achievers to blend in among each other and prove that everyone is important, right? I had classes last week, right? I can see that some of the low achiever students like being sitting at the end of the classes, right? So that's what concerned me most, right? I stand behind. I give lecture at the end, at the back and back of the class, so that I show to them that they are important to me.
Yeah.
Right. So
And you become more approachable to them as well.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
We encourage positive relationship, not just among the students, among the peers, but also with the lecturers, right? We encourage peer-to-peer learning, where students can also learn from their peers, right? The high achiever and the low achiever, they can blend in, and they are actually feel free to teach one another, right? Because research shows that teaching another individual will make one understand better.
Yeah.
We become good, not to say good, we become knowledgeable because we teach students, right? So that's actually what is happening in real life, right? Another point is actually we encourage positive relationships, not just among peers, but also among SEGI communities to respect each other. I observed our students, right, when I went down to the cafe, right, I can see that they are, in fact, very friendly from with the cafe staffs, right, cleaners, and up to the admin staffs and lecturers. That's what we put values. These are the right values that we should instill among our SEGI students, right? So use positive reinforcement,
Right.
For example, we strive to pay attention to low achievers students, right? We show concern that low achievers may also get equal attention, and they also are important among the peers, right? And because they need motivations, right? So that's how we groom better IT graduates. We also value stakeholders' feedback from internal, from external. That is how we gain that we know that we have to improve our students or our lecturers, our academicians, right? So we continuously gather feedback from internship companies, graduates' workplace, surrounding communities, and in the effort to identify what and how to groom our students for a better personalities and ultimately better employability.
Yep, that's very important.
Right? Can I continue?
Yeah, sure, please.
Our programs are designed also to allow students experiencing multidisciplinary, for example, attending classes offered from other faculties, right? We have like our students taking other courses from other programs, right? So we strongly encourage students to be active inside and outside campus, involved in community services, participate actively in sports and games. So that's how we groom our IT graduates. So we focus on students' ability to adapt positive behavior that will enable them to deal effectively with the demands and challenges in life, right? Communicate effectively and clearly among peers and lecturers, and be humble and convey the right messages. And above all, SEGI does the right thing right.
Yeah, and I think that's really important. And I think Dr. Siti, you coined it very well. You say SEGI does the right things right. And I think that is something that a lot of universities, especially those universities who have a lot of IT students, are missing. They know, or in fact, everybody knows what is the right thing to do. The right thing to do is, number one, we must make sure that our students are competent. Number two, how do you train them to be competent? You must train them to meet deadlines. You must train them to be able to handle projects, to be multidisciplinary, and to be able to make some mistakes and learn along the way. I think this one everybody knows. But to be able to create a positive and nurturing environment where students feel safe to make mistakes, where students feel it's okay to tell my lecturers, hey, I don't know how to do this. Can you help me? That is important, and I think that is missing in a lot of universities and colleges. They can do the right things, but we don't know they can do the right things right or not. Right, Prof?
Correct. Exactly.
So, thank you very much for sharing.
Okay.
Jeff, do you have anything to say?
All right. So I think the conclusion is that our Dr. Siti, thanks to Dr. Siti, that our SEGI is really we have a lot of major specializations, and we are well prepared for our students. All right. And I think the most important that I like it is the industry into the classroom, whereby there's a lot of big companies coming in very, very soon.
Yeah. So remember, if you don't remember anything from today's sharing, at least remember that SEGI does the right thing right, because running an IT program, producing amazing IT graduates is not an easy job. It's not just a matter of putting them through a rigorous process. It's also about how you facilitate them through the process, how you give them the confidence so that they don't lose self-esteem as they go through the program.
Correct.
And when they go out, they have the confidence and the skills to do do amazing things in the industry. So thank you very much, Dr. Siti, for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
To all of our viewers, we will be back after the break. And when we come back, we are going to talk about education, which is a little bit different from IT, but it's going to be as exciting as well. So stay tuned and we will see you after the break.
Throughout the years, we've been hard at work. Established 6 campuses throughout the country. Garnered over 45 years of experience with 130,000 alumni. received countless awards and accolades. While we came from humble beginnings, we always aimed high, delivering industry-relevant curriculum, expanding our partnering universities worldwide, investing into new campuses and technologies, and most importantly, we focused on you, our students. When the whole world came to a sudden stop during the pandemic, we doubled down. We reimagined our future. While cost-cutting was the norm, we went all in with new innovations, new talents, free online courses, a new meta campus to make online learning fun and interactive. We future-proof your employability by using blockchain technology. We broke down entry barriers and made furthering your studies easier, regardless of your prior education background. We said no to traditional internship placements. Tear down walls to bring the industry right into the classrooms, so you can learn from the world's best brands and their brightest minds. We always aimed towards the international level and went beyond borders to create a truly global reach. We diversified our revenue streams and exported programs worldwide. We know the best answer to any challenge is to be resilient. We know to be future-proof is to be adaptable. And by embracing digitalization, you can create your own future. The world is an ever-changing landscape, and there's no telling what new challenges await. We're not preparing for the new normal, but the next normal, because it's already here. Throughout the years, we've been hard at work, established 6 campuses throughout the country, garnered over 45 years of experience with 130,000 alumni, received countless awards and accolades. While we came from humble beginnings, we always aimed high, delivering industry-relevant curriculum, expanding our partnering universities worldwide, investing into new campuses and technologies, and most importantly, we focused on you, our students. When the whole world came to a sudden stop during the pandemic, we doubled down. We reimagined our future. While cost-cutting was the norm, we went all in with new innovations, new talents, free online courses, a new meta campus to make online learning fun and interactive. We future-proof your employability by using blockchain technology. We broke down entry barriers and made furthering your studies easier, regardless of your prior education background. We said no to traditional internship placements. Tear down walls to bring the industry right into the classrooms, so you can learn from the world's best brands and their brightest minds. We always aimed towards the international level and went beyond borders to create a truly global reach. We diversified our revenue streams and exported programs worldwide. We know the best answer to any challenge is to be resilient. We know to be future-proof is to be adaptable. And by embracing digitalization, you can create your own future. The world is an ever-changing landscape, and there's no telling what new challenges await. We're not preparing for the new normal, but the next normal, because it's already here. Throughout the years, we've been hard at work, established 6 campuses throughout the country, garnered over 45 years of experience with 130,000 alumni, received countless awards and accolades. While we came from humble beginnings, we always aimed high, delivering industry-relevant curriculum, expanding our partnering universities worldwide, investing into new campuses and technologies, and most importantly, we focused on you, our students. When the whole world came to a sudden stop during the pandemic, we doubled down. We reimagined our future. While cost-cutting was the norm, we went all in with new innovations, new talents, free online courses, a new meta campus to make online learning fun and interactive. We future-proof your employability by using blockchain technology. We broke down entry barriers and made furthering your studies easier, regardless of your prior education background. We said no to traditional internship placements. Tear down walls to bring the industry right into the classrooms, so you can learn from the world's best brands and their brightest minds. We always aim towards the international level and went beyond borders to create a truly global reach. We diversified our revenue streams and exported programs worldwide. We know the best answer to any challenge is to be resilient. We know to be future-proof is to be adaptable. And by embracing digitalization, you can create your own future. The world is an ever-changing landscape, and there's no telling what new challenges await. We're not preparing for the new normal, but the next normal, because it's already here. Throughout the years, we've been hard at work, established 6 campuses throughout the country, garnered over 45 years of experience with 130,000 alumni, received countless awards and accolades. While we came from humble beginnings, we always aimed high, delivering industry-relevant curriculum, expanding our partnering universities worldwide, investing into new campuses and technologies, and most importantly, we focused on you, our students. When the whole world came to a sudden stop during the pandemic, we doubled down. We reimagined our future. While cost-cutting was the norm, we went all in with new innovations, new talents, free online courses, a new meta campus to make online learning fun and interactive. We future-proof your employability by using blockchain technology. We broke down entry barriers and made furthering your studies easier, regardless of your prior education background. We said no to traditional internship placements. Tear down walls to bring the industry right into the classrooms, so you can learn from the world's best brands and their brightest minds. We always aim towards the international level and went beyond borders to create a truly global reach. We diversified our revenue streams and exported programs worldwide. We know the best answer to any challenge is to be resilient. We know to be future-proof is to be adaptable. And by embracing digitalization, you can create your own future. The world is an ever-changing landscape, and there's no telling what new challenges await. We're not preparing for the new normal, but the next normal, because it's already here.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Chat with Saggy webinar series. I'm your moderator today. My name is Jeff. Here's my colleagues, Mr. CY.
Hello.
Yep, and here is our guest today, our Miss
Hello.
Anna.
Yes.
Okay, which is our program leader from Early Child Education. Okay, so today what is our title topics? Our title topic is what future educator must know before the students signing up for the degree education or the diploma early childhood. Very interesting topic. So, Miss Anna, I think can you just introduce a little bit of yourself?
All right, I'm Anna Pang, the program leader of a diploma in early childhood education. I'm the graduate from the Ministry of Education institution. So I'm also the graduate for the Bachelor of Early Childhood Education, Master of Education, and also Business and Admin. Yeah.
Wow, such a diverse background.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so my interest is teacher education. Interested research is development of the DDR approach, and as well as STEM education. Also, I'm involved. Early years education and primary school education.
Wow, wow. And I think in the early childhood industry or in education industry as general, SEGI's early childhood programs are well recognized. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of the success stories coming out from the faculty?
Oh yes, definitely. We have a lot of successful stories to be shared to the public. Example, SEGI University Group has been appointed by the Ministry of Education as the champion for early childhood care and education teacher training in year 2011. We are leading and upgrading, helping to spearhead the qualification and standard of the professional teachers in the country. So this partnership for training and professional development actually directly support the Pemandu initiates under the Prime Minister's Department on its national key economic key area for the entry point project. And moreover, in year 2015, we are proud to share that SEGI University Kota Damansara received the first batch of sponsored students from the Ministry of Education who are pursuing Bachelor of Education's TESOL Primary Education Program.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, really wow. Yeah. Yes. And then we are also need to highlight that in year 2018, SEGI College Subang Jaya's the degree alumna Patrina, she's a foundation called the Dignity for Children Foundation, won the second Saja International Award for the refugee advocacy and support. In this is really a proud moment to share. And our former U.S. President Obama visit her center in the same year. That is also year 2018. All right, and also never forget to share. Okay, we achieved the QS Stars ranking, overall outstanding performance. Indicators have really a true achievement for the employability, academic achievement, internationalization, as well as online learning.
Wow.
Moreover, I have more to share. We complement the government commitment to upgrade the qualification of existing early childhood educators workforce to a minimum diploma level. The deadline is supposed to be 2020, but we extend and hopefully to achieve 100% successful rate by year 2025.
Wow, wow. That is amazing. I think the Faculty of Education, not only have their students gone out and done amazing works in the industry, as a faculty itself, you work with government agencies, NGOs, and things like to make a difference in the education scene in Malaysia, and I think that's really commendable as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Most welcome. Moving on to the second question, Jeff.
So, okay, Miss Anna, I think, can you share a little bit about the history of our SEGI early childhood? How long that we have been in the market?
Actually, there are long history, okay, that I would like to mention, not history, but histories. So actually, we established since 1977. First is
1977.
established as systematic college.
I'm not even born yet.
Yeah. So actually, they are offering the professional qualification courses like LCCI, ACCA, and ABE. But now, okay, we have moved into a different dimension. Okay, we also have this a long history of teacher training in Malaysia. You see how great is SAGI? So we are in the so-called revolution. Okay, so dated back in 1919. Now I'm talking. What is the history of our early child education? So previously named as the Sydney International College. We started partnership with this Montessori Center International UK with the purpose to train the qualified early child educators. So we are proud to share with everyone that we have the very credited programs from Malaysia as well as from the international level in UK.
All right.
And moreover, I need to add, we are the pioneer of ECCE training since 1999.
Wow, we are the pioneer.
Yeah,
Okay.
since then it is becoming the prominent private teacher training institution, starting offering diploma in early child education in our 5 main campuses like Subang Jaya, like Kota Damansara, Sabah, Penang, and Kuala Lumpur.
Okay.
And then we have one actually addition office. We call it the SAGI University Regional Office in Johor Bahru.
All right.
Yeah, which is helping us out to recruit more members. Actually, we have more than 100 very efficient agencies helping us to get our teacher trainees or all the educators or the students ready for this internship. As well as making them becoming more employable in the market.
These are industry partners, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of industry partners. So, namely, the kids, real kids. We have this children's house, and then the Taska Sri Mawa Indah. All right, and also we have the in Penang we have this. So-called the White House Education Group, and we have the talent kindergartens.
Talent kindergarten.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, there are many more. Those who are signing or those who are having this memorandum of understanding contract with us, they are actually our esteemed industrial partners. So we have plenty throughout Malaysia.
Wow.
So across the regions.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Anna, to give us such an amazing history of our SAGI early childhood. Okay. So my next question, you see, in the market, there's a lot of university offering the early childhood programs. So what's so special about SAGI?
All right. I would say something that all of us should know. We are actually the voices of the early childhood education field. Why I say so is because the president of Early Childhood Care and Education Council, we call it as ECC Council, Prof. Dr. Mariani, also the president of this ECC Council. She's in SAGI. And also our Datin Dr. Ng Subun, all right, also the senior lecturer, yes, also working in university. So she's from MAPIS. MAPIS is called as the Malaysia Association for the Professional of Early Childhood Educators. You see, both presidents are in SAGI University. And most of the committee members, like me, also working in lecturers, I should say, also working in SAGI University. So you see, indeed, we are the voices of early childhood education.
Yeah, and these are
Yeah.
leaders in the industry.
Yes, we are the leaders of the industry. So we also co-host a lot of series of webinars. We also work together in a collaborative way, work in a form of partnership in planning, in organizing lots of conferences, symposiums. All right, to train the current teachers.
Yep.
All right. So quite a number of series of workshops also we organize to enhance professional development in the early childhood education. All right. And also I would like to share that I don't know whether this is supposed to be tell now or later, but I am eagerly to share with you.
Please share.
Why so special about us? Because we are the first ever university in Malaysia that offers FLQ.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
FLQ for diploma in early childhood education.
Yes. And
With this so-called PTPTN fully funded. So there's no education entry requirement, but only need a minimum of 10 years
Working experience.
working experiences.
For the
Yeah.
benefit of our viewers,
Mm,
Appel Q is something that's very exciting. It enables a working professional to convert their working experience into a qualification without going through the program. So, for example, in the case of early childhood educators, if you have more than 10 years of working experience, you can use this working experience and convert it into a diploma in early childhood education without going through the
Yes.
diploma program. And that's very exciting. Segi
Yes.
is the only one offering that.
Yes,
And Segi
yes.
is the first one offering that.
Not only that, as far
Mhm.
as I know, that we are not only have FLP diploma in childhood, we do also going to have the Bachelor of Education,
Yes,
right?
yes, it's
Exciting.
on the way already.
Yeah, and that
yes.
only required the 15 years of working experience. Am I right?
Wow.
Yes, that's
Wow.
right.
Okay.
That's right.
Right.
So you see, we have all those interesting and attractive package offering for the flexible education for the busy working adults. So all the Malaysians and non-Malaysians are eligible to apply. So remember, all of us actually should treat education as lifelong learning, and we promote lifelong quality education as one of the SGDs by the United Nations. So currently we are moving towards IR 4.0 industry revolution. Very soon, I think to be IR 5.0. So building pathway for the successful journey for the 21st century growth mindset, educational for sustainable development. So we promote STEM education, which is much emphasized by the Malaysia Blueprint 2013 to 2025, in which the mission is to produce the STEM literate, competent workforce, educators, equip them with the 21st century skills for global citizenship, starting from early child education as an essential foundation and pillar for the STEM education. So it's a way forward.
Sounds like we have a lot of exciting things going on in the
Yeah.
faculty.
Mhm.
Quick question, Anna.
Yeah.
How marketable are our students?
Oh, very marketable.
Nice answer. Moving on to the next question.
So our students
let's
are
talk
very
about,
marketable, high in demand in this service industry, either locally or abroad. Especially Singapore, we have this Orange Tree preschool, eBridge preschool, First Campus, Parker Thoughts preschools. Actually, some of our students are working there.
In Singapore, is it?
Yes, in Singapore, either abroad or local, and some even after the graduation, right? I just heard lately. Actually, why marketable? Because our degree student is able to become the degree program leader in one of the leading universities.
Wow.
So
That's
yeah,
amazing.
sounds very good, right? So actually, we have served more than 18,000 students throughout our campuses. 60% Malaysians and also 40% of these international students. So you can see it's marketable, and our this qualification our qualification and our programs offering are actually recognized globally lah. That's what I should say. All right. So our quality and accredited this ECE early childhood education program, and assured by this Ministry of Education, actually enable us to produce many thousands of qualified early childhood educators until now. So this is also to top up with my what I mentioned earlier, marketable yet successful stories that we have made throughout the years. Yeah.
That's amazing. And we were supposed to talk about industry partners, and but I think you have covered it very well already.
Correct.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about, rather than industry partners, let's talk about university partners. Who are our collaboration partners?
Our collaboration partners. All right, we are bringing I should say we are bringing the world to our university.
Oh.
Okay, so the collaborations with many international partners such as University of Centre Lancashire in UK, University Greenwich in UK, University of Sunderland in UK, and Hayes School program from Finland, using the Finnish style of teaching.
Yeah, so which is number one in the world.
Yes, that's right. So and also we are looking into the renewal contract with this this Montessori Center International. All right. So in near future, I hope so all the Malaysian students will continue to study this so-called Montessori diploma program in SEGI. Yeah, we're looking into that.
Yeah. Wow, thanks for sharing. I think when it comes to the Faculty of Education in SEGI, we are not only looking for students who want to become educators. I think that's quite common. We are looking for students who want to make a difference. And I think this can be seen through all the success stories that the faculty have achieved over the years. We have done so many things with government agencies.
Yes.
We brought down entry barriers, by bringing in a Pell Q, where if you're an in-service teacher, you can convert your experience into a qualification.
Yes.
Our students has gone out to do amazing things, including setting up schools, leading a program in a reputable university.
Yes, agree. Strongly agree. Yes.
Yeah, and even philanthropic activities, advocacies for children, we've done that as well. There are so many success stories. And if you are passionate about children, if you are passionate about education, I strongly encourage you to come and talk to SEGI.
Correct.
To come and talk to us, because it's not just about training you to become an educator. I think that's what everybody should do. Every university must do. But most importantly, SEGI provides you with a platform to propel forward and to make a difference really in the early childhood care and education industry.
True.
And in addition, I would like to add that the SEGI University Group, Faculty of Education, Language, Psychology and Music is proud to be associated with those bright and yet inspiring educators and so-called the partners to make a significant impact in the lives of the children and also all the educators in their career pathways. So we always believe that today's educators are the tomorrow's educators. So start from SEGI. All right, it takes the whole village to educate the child, and the education indeed is the most powerful weapon to change the world. And SEGI is working towards that to make things possible.
That's the powerful.
Yeah, that's so powerful. Thank you, Miss Anna, for joining us this morning.
You're most welcome.
And to all of our viewers, we are going to go for a break in a while. And when we come back, we are going to speak to Mr. Bonnie from the School of Hospitality, and we're going to talk about hospitality and tourism, the next normal. Are you ready? So if you are ready, join us after the break. And see you, everyone. And thank you, Miss Anna, once again.
Thank you, Miss Anna,
for joining us.
Thank you. Yes.
Throughout the years, we've been hard at work, established 6 campuses throughout the country, garnered over 45 years of experience with 130,000 alumni, received countless awards and accolades. While we came from humble beginnings, we always aimed high, delivering industry-relevant curriculum, expanding our partnering universities worldwide, investing into new campuses and technologies, and most importantly, we focused on you, our students. When the whole world came to a sudden stop during the pandemic, we doubled down. We reimagined our future. While cost-cutting was the norm, we went all in with new innovations, new talents, free online courses, a new meta campus to make online learning fun and interactive. We future-proof your employability by using blockchain technology. We broke down entry barriers and made furthering your studies easier, regardless of your prior education background. We said no to traditional internship placements. Tear down walls to bring the industry right into the classrooms, so you can learn from the world's best brands and their brightest minds. We always aim towards the international level and went beyond borders to create a truly global reach. We diversified our revenue streams and exported programs worldwide. We know the best answer to any challenge is to be resilient. We know to be future-proof is to be adaptable. And by embracing digitalization, you can create your own future. The world is an ever-changing landscape, and there's no telling what new challenges await. We're not preparing for the new normal, but the next normal, because it's already here. Throughout the years, we've been hard at work, established 6 campuses throughout the country, garnered over 45 years of experience with 130,000 alumni, received countless awards and accolades. While we came from humble beginnings, we always aimed high, delivering industry-relevant curriculum, expanding our partnering universities worldwide, investing into new campuses and technologies, and most importantly, we focused on you, our students. When the whole world came to a sudden stop during the pandemic, we doubled down. We reimagined our future. While cost-cutting was the norm, we went all in with new innovations, new talents, free online courses, a new meta campus to make online learning fun and interactive. We future-proof your employability by using blockchain technology. We broke down entry barriers and made furthering your studies easier, regardless of your prior education background. We said no to traditional internship placements. Tear down walls to bring the industry right into the classrooms, so you can learn from the world's best brands and their brightest minds. We always aim towards the international level and went beyond borders to create a truly global reach. We diversified our revenue streams and exported programs worldwide. We know the best answer to any challenge is to be resilient. We know to be future-proof is to be adaptable. And by embracing digitalization, you can create your own future. The world is an ever-changing landscape, and there's no telling what new challenges await. We're not preparing for the new normal, but the next normal, because it's already here. Throughout the years, we've been hard at work, established 6 campuses throughout the country, garnered over 45 years of experience with 130,000 alumni, received countless awards and accolades. While we came from humble beginnings, we always aimed high, delivering industry-relevant curriculum, expanding our partnering universities worldwide, investing into new campuses and technologies, And most importantly, we focused on you, our students. When the whole world came to a sudden stop during the pandemic, we doubled down. We reimagined our future. While cost-cutting was the norm, we went all in with new innovations, new talents, free online courses, a new meta campus to make online learning fun and interactive. We future-proof your employability by using blockchain technology. We broke down entry barriers and made furthering your studies easier, regardless of your prior education background. We said no to traditional internship placements. Tear down walls to bring the industry right into the classrooms, so you can learn from the world's best brands and their brightest minds. We always aim towards the international level and went beyond borders to create a truly global reach. We diversified our revenue streams and exported programs worldwide. We know the best answer to any challenge is to be resilient. We know to be future-proof is to be adaptable. And by embracing digitalization, you can create your own future. The world is an ever-changing landscape, and there's no telling what new challenges await. We're not preparing for the new normal, but the next normal, because it's already here. Throughout the years,
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Let's come back to our last series, our chat with Saggy. All right, I'm your moderator today. My name is Jeff, and my colleagues, Mr. CY. Hello. And our today guest, Mr. Bonnie, which is our head of School of Hospitality and Tourism. Hi, Mr. Bonnie. Can
Hello,
you just
hello.
introduce your little bit your background?
Hello, everyone. I'm Bonnie Lopez. I'm the head of school for the School of Hospitality and Tourism. For 5 campuses, but now we are in Kota Damansara. Welcome to Segi. Thank you.
Thank you. Jeff. All right. Okay. So our topic is actually talk about the hospitality and tourism. And the next normal, are you ready? Okay. So you see that after MCO, this is really 3 years. So I think we will start off the question is, what is the features held for the hospitality and tourism industry after the pandemic? So Mr. Bonnie, could you just share a little bit what is the changes that have taken place?
Okay. Actually, there's so many theories, right? If you hear from different agency, lecturers, government, statistics, facts, sometimes the facts doesn't even follow the actual reality. And you actually have to see there's no new norm already. It's considered normal already,
Correct.
Meaning we are not going to achieve to create another new SOP for the new norm. Travelers has been coming back. In fact, last year, if you look at last year's target, they were hitting about 9 to 10 million tourists, and I think they hit the target from the previous Ministry of Tourism. Previously, before COVID, a very good example how it changed before COVID and after COVID. This is a very good example. I think a lot will find it very interesting. If you look at it statistically, this is true numbers. Malaysia is actually one of the only country in the world by population. Malaysia got about what, 33, 34 million people. But if you were to minus off all the foreigners and expatriate, Malaysia only got about what, 28, 29 millions, right? So if you were to look at it statistically before COVID, tourists coming into Malaysia is about the same volume as the population of the country of Malaysia. 28, 29 million versus actual Malaysian, minus off the expatriate and foreigners, 28, 29 millions. We are one of the only country in the world that actually have that kind of figures. So if we were to compare with big countries like China, 1.3, 1.4 billion, they only got about 300 to 400 million tourists. So statistically, tourism will always be there. So the new normal or the normal now is actually happening. Another good example before the moderator will move to the second question. Like Mata Fe, it started on Friday, right? Yesterday I was say 5:30, it was jam packed. I have to park all the way at the Mahkamah Court, the courthouse, another building. I have to walk about 25 minutes to the Mata Fe in my tag. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people are queuing up, right, in the Mata Fe. What does that tell you? People are ready to go out. People are ready to come in. Even though when they go out, Malaysia still make money. Even they come in, which is better lah, money coming into Malaysia. That is also a very good indication that it's actually opening up restaurant and hotel. Thank you.
All right, the next question. There's a lot of university and colleges offering hospitality and tourism program.
Yes.
I think it's pretty common now. In considering a hospitality and tourism program, right, why should one consider SEGI?
That is actually a very unique question, which is always asked to a lot of people. I'm going to explain it in or try to summarize that kind of question. If you were to look at a lot of universities, yes, they are a lot of universities. I would not say better, but they have better facilities, right? So we should not be even talking about facilities. Doesn't mean that you have a better facilities, you can produce better students. I like to give example, when I lecture. If I were to give you certain example like vegetable cutting, we have topics like fundamental of food, basic cookery 1. First semester student, today we're going to give you 5, 6, 7 types of vegetables. So you're going to cut your vegetables, how you call it, a slice and everything. Or in French, there's different terms lah. So you should know at least 15 to 20 different cuts of veggie. For instance, if I were to give you a carrot, right? Certain school might buy a very, very expensive carrot. Certain school will buy an average carrot, expensive carrot like Australian carrot. The normal carrot would be from China lah. But it serves the purpose, right? A knife is a knife, a chopping board is a chopping board. They may have more beautiful kitchen and everything, but the objective to achieve the course learning outcome linked to the program learning outcome and the PEO program educational outcome to get them employed, workable, adaptable in the industry, the objective is still the same, right? So SEGI is not too low, it's not too high. I would say it's considered above average, slightly above average. So in terms of selection-wise, yes, it would be good to go and see other colleges and university. But talk to the lecturer, talk to the head, ask them beside what they have, what can they give you, right? What they can give you. That would be the difference in SEGI lah. And of course, I think the second, third, and the fourth question, I can also elaborate more on that part.
Definitely. And, talking about, what the university can offer, let's talk a little bit about alumni. How successful are our alumni? What are they doing now?
Okay, alumni, it will take average of about 3 to 4 years before they can go up. The rule of the thumb for any hotelers, even though they have a diploma or degree, the first couple of years is yes sir, 3 bag full. Meaning, I say you do. It's just like military. Go and get a pen. Yes, chef, I'm going to get a pen. Go and key nothing. Yes, I'll get it done now. So you should not question the SOP. There's a manual inside the hotel. They call it. Different hotel have different manual, like Shang, Hyatt. Different Hilton also have their own SOP. So you follow as you do. So while doing that, people are actually observing you. You are competing with your colleagues back, next to you, like key front desk, Then you do things you learn in the industry and also learn from the colleges and the school that we taught you. Things like suggesting selling. If you are a waiter, after they order the items ready, when they sit down, let's say they order a steak, dessert, and a main course and a appetizer, whatever, knowing that the customer order a steak as in red meat. So you would approach the customer and say, how's everything? Would you mind if I can recommend you a red wine to go along with your red steak, your meat? Meaning red steak, meaning red meat goes with red wine, fish will go with white wine. So that is considered suggesting selling. So you are up, if the customer were to buy, you ask 5 table, you are actually upgrading their average guest check, suggesting selling. Same thing also, another example, a very good example is certain hotel, I won't mention the hotel's name lah. Certain hotel do encourage front office assistant to upgrade the room. So if you see a couple coming in, lovely couple, assuming that they're boyfriend, girlfriend, or or engaged, or just on their honeymoon, right? They already booked a deluxe room, right? You can actually suggest to them, let's say the deluxe room average 250 ringgit. So you can suggest to them, sir, would I recommend you to upgrade your room to a superior room? It's actually facing the beach. The beach is very beautiful. You can see the sunset. You can see the sunrise. You can sit on the balcony. You can have your cup of coffee, etc. It's just additional 30 ringgit. So maybe the customer would be very happy to upgrade. The guy will want to impress the female. Yeah, why not? Yeah, we go for it. So by upgrading the room, you are increasing your average check. So your manager would notice that. So usually when it comes to the 3 things, bonus, promotion, and increment, they would actually pick the person who actually did a lot of suggesting selling, meaning proactive lah, not just checking in, not suggesting other things.
Yeah, those that have increased the revenue.
Yeah.
Right. But coming back to the topic of our alumni and success stories, could you share?
Okay. We have a few mostly international student. Malaysian student, yes, it's very hard to see because we see them in Malaysia, Klang Valley especially. I would use 2 example, 2 students from Brunei. One is already a duty manager, one is already a front office manager. In a matter of 3 years, they did their degree. They did their degree in Segi, Kota Damansara. In less than 3 years,
They become a manager.
yeah, front office manager, and also one of them is a duty manager. Another one in KL is already a chef de partie, which is quite high already under the kitchen ranking, meaning you need at least minimum 5 years. So it took him maybe 3 years only to become a chef de partie. So maybe he was at the right time, at the right place. People would observe that he did a lot of proactive things, So that's how they got promoted lah.
I see. Interesting. Can we talk a little bit about also about our industry partners? So in Segi, right, we do some. One of the things that we do is we bring industry into the classroom experience. How is it different compared to other institutions?
Segi have a unique concept whereby it's actually called industry in class. It's slightly different from other colleges and industry. I'm not saying that they're not doing it, but usually we before or other university would go to the industry, which we are still doing every semester. But instead of going to the industry, we bring the industry player, hospitality players into Segi, incorporating into our courses. For example, let's say culinary skill 2, which I taught several semesters ago. So we hook up with a very big food manufacturing company called Mami. They would actually get their chef in. They would actually help us to design menu and look through our syllabus and actually advise us what is the latest trend, what is the latest product. You see, cooking has been moving from day one, 18th century until now, from the French, Italian cuisine. A lot of products are actually considered faster and not to say better. Of course, the oldest ways is always the best lah. Your parents, your popo, your mother's cooking is always the best lah. But try getting your mother's and your grandmother's recipe and cook for 1,000 pack. It's quite impossible. It's quite impossible. So you need certain pairs, certain direct cooking to make it faster, technology, right equipment, and this way the industry will come in. They will come in and actually advise us what to do, and they will work together. They will do demo. They would actually do event with us, and they would also sponsor some of their items to help to educate our current culinary students and hospitality students of the latest product that is actually used in the hotel industry.
I see. Sounds very exciting,
Yes.
Mr. Boni. On behalf of our audience, I'd like to thank you for joining us today.
Thank you
Thank you
very
for your
much.
very insightful sharing. Students, if you're interested in the hospitality and tourism program, feel free to drop by Segi and pay Mr. Boni a visit.
Yeah,
and we can
thank
sit
you.
down and
Thank
talk
you.
to you about your future. So once again, thank you, Mr. Boni,
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Thank you, Mr. Boni.
Thank you to all of our viewers who have joined us today. This is the last session of today's Chat with Segi series. This is CY and Jeff.
This is Jeff Tan.
Saying bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next time.
Throughout the years, we've been hard at work, established 6 campuses throughout the country, garnered over 45 years of experience with 130,000 alumni, received countless awards and accolades. While we came from humble beginnings, we always aimed high, delivering industry-relevant curriculum, expanding our partnering universities worldwide, investing into new campuses and technologies, and most importantly, we focused on you, our students. When the whole world came to a sudden stop during the pandemic, we doubled down. We reimagined our future. While cost-cutting was the norm, we went all in with new innovations, new talents, free online courses, a new meta campus to make online learning fun and interactive. We future-proof your employability by using blockchain technology. We broke down entry barriers and made furthering your studies easier, regardless of your prior education background. We said no to traditional internship placements. Tear down walls to bring the industry right into the classrooms, so you can learn from the world's best brands and their brightest minds. We always aimed towards the international level and went beyond borders to create a truly global reach. We diversified our revenue streams and exported programs worldwide. We know the best answer to any challenge is to be resilient. We know to be future-proof is to be adaptable. And by embracing digitalization, you can create your own future. The world is an ever-changing landscape, and there's no telling what new challenges await. We're not preparing for the new normal, but the next normal, because it's already here.